So my name is Venessa Barros. I am French-Portuguese, and for 20 years I ran global brands around the world. I worked in North America, in South America, in Central Asia, Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan for 2 years, in Europe and Southeast Asia. And across those 20 years, working with Coca-Cola, Unilever, Kraft, Peugeot, automobile, I realized the difficulty of working across multicultural teams and got interested in understanding more about it. And so I started a PhD on cultural intelligence, the ability to manage across cultures. So when I was invited for this dual country program at IMT, I was absolutely humbled and very excited, because I knew I was going to have the opportunity to meet the students both in Dubai and in Ghaziabad. So we had half of the program in Dubai and the other half I'm doing now here. The approach is international marketing, and because they had already done some courses on more of the macro side of things, I brought in international branding. So what I'm having them do is to really dig into the psychology of the consumers, to understand the cultural nuances across geographies, and be able to provide a very insightful strategy to sell the products. And so what we're doing is there's 9 groups, and each group has picked a big Indian brand that is not yet abroad, and they are developing an international marketing plan on how to successfully develop that brand in a different geography. What I bring to the picture, we had a first half that was a bit more theoretical, and I could sense that in India, and the students shared that with me, they were used to having a lot of theory background, which is very important indeed. And so the second half of the curriculum, I asked them to forget about the books. I put them in groups, and I asked them to work together. And that was interesting, and I think it's always a matter of culture. That's my specialty, so I always observe. The way they work in teams is different from what I see of other students around the world. So in their case, they divide immediately the tasks, and one does one, another one does two, and at the end they do 1 + 2 + 3 + 4. It's the global project. And what I am challenging them to do is to actually not do that, because in a sense, if you are only working in silos, you are adding the competences, but you're not multiplying them. And I want them to work on the collective intelligence. So I'm pushing their comfort zone a little bit, and I'm asking them to have brainstorming moments, exchanges, and to be very intuitive, because when it comes to consumer understanding, if you are too macro and you talk about statistics, and you end up with having a portrait that is very unreal. If you say it's a female between 25 and 35, that's not me, Venessa Barros. I have an age, I have a name, I have children, I have a life. And that's what is important in international marketing, is to get to the core of the psychology, of the lifestyle. And yesterday we did the exercise of in the day of, and some students had the intuition to actually go into what's going to be the awareness moment, this moment. I said, no, we start from I wake up, I have a bath, I listen to the radio, I prepare breakfast for myself or for my children, or etc., very detailed, as actually actor studios would do preparing for a role. You need to know exactly what the life of your consumer is, and that's how you come up with extraordinary insights about the packaging of a beauty product, about the fact that it's better to talk to them on the radio or maybe in a promotion, or it's through the understanding of that life by observing people. We went to a supermarket in Dubai and did some ethnographic observation as well, that you get to understand what true marketing is and what consumers really are. So what is very interesting about this program is that, number one, it's in 2 countries. So that gives the opportunity to Indian students to go abroad and discover another market. And when it comes to my specialty, cultural intelligence, intercultural management, or international marketing, that's a great opportunity to discover the world. The second thing is that there is a range of professors that vary between Dubai and Ghaziabad, and that enables to extend the range of talents for the students and who they have access to. There is invitations of senior executives to come and do lectures on a regular basis, so that gives them the opportunity to ask questions to people who are in the business. And through the courses, like the one that I'm giving, where we not only talk about marketing, but we actually talk about team management, we talk about lean management, we talk about team psychological contracts. So it's a mix of the theory of a particular discipline with managerial capabilities. And so coming out of those courses, they are enriched in their soft skills as well as in their hard skills to become worldwide executives of tomorrow. And that's why we really worked on Indian brands abroad, because very often there was this thing of explaining how to bring to India international brands. But now it's a different generation. We are in the world where international brands are going to be coming from India and not the other way around. And that's what we are exploring. And hopefully there will be many more of the top 500 brands around the world that will come from India than today.